Let's take you to Soweto now, where the community is reeling in shock after the gruesome murder of two children aged 5 and 6 years old. Their mutilated bodies were found in the area this morning after they went missing yesterday. A warning: the story contains some graphic content. And for more on this, let's speak to our reporter Ofentse Setimo, who is standing by for us. Ofentse, it's definitely one story that has gripped, the attention of many, but really this particular community also talking about just how gruesome these murders were. What do we know?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Abongi. Well, I can tell you that Gauteng Premier Lesufi and the Gauteng Education MEC, Matume Chilwane, are actually expected to visit the affected families of the boys that were discovered this morning. As you know, that the community actually woke up to a gruesome discovery of bodies of boys between the ages of 5 and 6 who had body parts actually mutilated. But I'm actually joined now by the Gauteng Education Department spokesperson, Mr. Steve Mabona, to elaborate on the trip of the MEC and the Premier as to the purpose of it. Thank you so much for your time, Bra Steve. Can you just tell us the purpose of the visit of the Premier and the MEC today?
Thanks very much. Well, the Premier and the MEC, after realizing this gruesome incident that occurred here in this area, they felt that they need to come to both families to personally convey their condolences and just to check on the support that both families can be provided to them. And it's quite sad, just to support, make sure, and just to assure that the government is here, because the Premier is coming as well, not only the department. Yeah. And
it's not so long ago when we were reporting about the mutilation of Ebo Kabopo in the East Rand. It seems like the department itself is under siege, with learners actually becoming victims of attacks and mutilations.
No, this is a societal challenge, because we are informed that this incident occurred very late, in the afternoon, where allegedly these children were kidnapped, and they were found in the wee hours of this morning, when it was reported that they were found, dumped, dead. So it's a societal issue, which it's quite sad when you look at the level of crime that we are experiencing in Gauteng. It's quite sad. But we are hopeful that the participation, or the level of participation of volunteers in the area, they will assist. And these new wardens that the Premier will be unleashing from the 1st of May, we are also hopeful that they will minimize, the reporting will be faster, so that the police will then probably respond quicker and make sure that people are safe, in our community.
Yes, and it seems like speculation is rife that this could be the work of muti or ritual killings. What advice would you have, especially for learners within your department, that they need to stay safe, because times of today are not the same as times when we were growing up?
No, everyone needs to be vigilant. The parents need to convey a message to their children. They can't be playing outside, especially when it's getting late. Because now it's winter, or almost winter. It's going to be darker, so you need to make sure that you are at home, and everyone needs to be safe. It's quite sad, really, what transpired here. You don't wish this to happen to anyone, to a certain extent, that the way these children were murdered, it's quite sad, really.
And in the State of the Province address, Premier Panyaza mentioned that he's going to roll out drones, going to roll out CCTVs that are able to identify the faces of the perpetrators. Do you see this actually turning the tide against what is happening against children in the country?
Definitely, it will make an improvement. It will really make a dent in bringing the confidence in the communities because once those panic buttons as well are unleashed, the members of the community will be having that. And those CCTV cameras which have face recognition, they will to a certain extent alleviate crime, because the level of reporting and response time, and those wardens will be permanently in the communities, because they will be spread across all our townships. So we are hopeful that they will really bring change, and perpetrators or criminals will then know that they will be arrested if they continue to behave in this fashion.
Thank you very much. Well, as we heard, that's the spokesperson for the Gauteng Education Department, Mr. Steve Mabona, actually saying that interventions that the Premier mentioned will be rolled out at the beginning of this financial year will actually put a dent on those that are planning to be inflicting crime on the vulnerable, such as children between the ages of 6 and 5, which was the case here in White City in Soweto. And with that, it's back to studio.
And Ofentse, do we know if these children are from the same area? Because I know one was found in White City, the other one in Rockville.
Yes, absolutely. Bongi, where the children are actually from White City. They got lost when they were here in White City. It's just that when they were discovered, one was actually found here at Moroka Dam, and the other one was actually found, I believe, in Rockville. So they are actually from the same area, but it's just that when the discovery of their mutilated bodies was actually in 2 different places.
All right, Ofentse, a very heartbreaking story. Let's, of course, leave it there with you for now. We'll continue to monitor this as the Premier is expected to come there with the Education MEC, Matume, who will be in the area visiting the families tonight, and we'll take you live there as soon as that gets underway.